Tell me you're the author's favorite character without telling me, because the way the author glazed this man needs to be studied. What do you mean you get stronger during the day, stronger during the night, and also stronger when it's raining? The dude is casually walking around with an infinite power boost. This is Reinhard Van Astrea from the show Re:Zero. When I tell you this man is not to be f***ed with, he's not to be f***ed with, because this might be the most broken character inside a series I have ever seen. Reinhard is the current sword saint of Lagunica, one of the 4 great nations of Re:Zero. The world fears Reinhard so much to the point where all the nations made a law that says that if Reinhard leaves his own kingdom and steps foot in another nation, it will be considered a declaration of war. So basically the guy is under permanent house arrest because he's too strong. Now you might be wondering, okay, but why do they fear him so much? Well, you see, our friend Reinhard here has the ability to receive blessings from the world through divine protection. A divine protection is a power that comes from the heart of the world. Being blessed with a divine protection is extremely rare, and it usually means that the world has a bias for you. A divine protection can be all kinds of things. It can be the ability to fly, increase the attack potency of your spells, or even master your cooking skills. You have 1 out of 100 chance of being born with a completely useless one. 1 out of 1,000 chance of being born with one that can be somewhat useful to you. 1 out of 10,000 chance of being born with a good one. 1 out of 100,000 chance of being born with a rare one. 1 out of 1 million chance of being born with a unique one. And lastly, 1 out of 10 million to be born with 2 divine protections. Not only does Reinhard have countless of these divine protections, but he also has pretty much all the broken and rare ones. If this is not glaze, then I don't know what is. Like, imagine being born in Hunter x Hunter millions of times and being a specialist every single time. But let's talk about some of his divine protections because they're absolutely ridiculous. He has the divine protection of the Sword Saint, which makes him a master swordsman to the highest degree. So no matter what, he will always be the world's strongest swordsman, so no Mihawk upscale here, buddy. Divine protection of Teary Sky, which makes him stronger when it's raining. Divine protection of Night Sky, which makes him stronger during the night. And then he also has the divine protection of Blue Sky, which makes him stronger during the day. What type of is this? He can just chill and goon all day and still getting stronger. He has something called first attack immunity, which means that the first time you throw an attack at him, it is guaranteed to miss. But it doesn't end there, because then he has something called proceeding attack immunity, meaning the following attack and the attacks after that are also guaranteed to miss. Basically, you can't hit this man. He has the divine protection of arrow invasion, which makes him incapable of getting hit by projectiles. And then he also has the divine protection of arrow guarantee, where every projectile that he throws is guaranteed to hit. And of course, we can't leave out the fact that this dude can't even die. He has the divine protection of the Phoenix, meaning if he somehow were to die, he would just respawn like Subaru. He got the divine protection of mind change. He can change the mind of anybody, and this was so broken he was forbidden from ever using it again by his own father, who he defeated when he was 5 years old.
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
He has something called initiative, meaning he can't get ambushed or get hit by any surprise attacks. He also can't be hit by any attack he hasn't seen before. And every attack Reinhard throws is guaranteed to connect. You cannot dodge it in any way. Divine protection of anti-magic, meaning he can nullify all magic no matter what it is. Divine protection of the Death God, meaning you cannot heal any injuries made by Reinhard regardless if you have healing powers. That one right there is absolutely insane. Like, imagine having some crazy regenerative abilities just for Reinhard to say nah-uh to all of that. I would be so mad. Everything I just mentioned was just the tip of the iceberg. He has so many ridiculous abilities that he doesn't need but still has for no reason. For example, he can never mix up salt and sugar, don't ask me why. He has the divine protection of the Taste King that makes it so that everything he makes turns out delicious regardless of how he made it. So if he was in Food Wars, he would make the #1 seat in like a week. Divine protection of fashion, barber, teaching, like this dude can do everything. But the cherry on top is that even if you remove all of his divine protections, he is still impossible to beat. Yes, you heard that right. You remove all of his blessings and he's still unstoppable. Little bit of a spoiler warning for the Re:Zero novel, but in the If Wrath route, while fatigued and with his divine protection suppressed because of the Purge King's castle, which nullifies divine protections, Reinhard fights 3 of the strongest characters in Re:Zero, one of them being Cecilus, the fastest character in the verse, and had 3 years of prep time just for this fight. Halibel, the strongest ninja with martial arts on par with Reinhard's, and Puck, who can freeze the world to absolute zero for all of eternity. They all ended up getting their ass beat by Reinhard, who was severely nerfed. Reinhard is so powerful, the author of ReZero confirmed that if Reinhard and Laguna were to fight, Reinhard would win, with Laguna being the source of all mana, all concepts such as space and time, and the creator of all divine protections and also the universe. She has power that transcends the limitations of the physical world, putting Laguna anywhere from 4D to 5D, which Reinhard would scale to with the author's statement. Overall, Reinhard would have low multiversal to potentially multiversal levels of power. So yeah, Reinhard is not a cannon fodder whatsoever. The guy is dangerous. But anyways guys, that would be the end of this video. My first video actually, which is crazy. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want to see more content like this, then consider subscribing to the channel, because I'll be posting more content on YouTube. And if you haven't seen me before, me and my community are also popping on TT, so check me out over there as well. But yeah guys, if you have any video ideas, let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know what you guys think of Reinhard. Is he balanced? Is he too overpowered? Personally, I think Reinhard is the definition of I'm too broken for the verse, or the definition of the strongest, because when I think of the strongest, I think of Reinhard. I don't think of Gojo, I don't think of Goku, none of that. It's easily Reinhard. But with all that being said, thank you again for watching this video, and I'll catch you on the next one, which will hopefully drop this month. We'll see though.